Good evening. Good to be with you. I'm Don Hudson. Welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. Topping the list, a group of East Tennessee missionaries caught in the middle as fighting breaks out in Israel. And we're told the conflict's continuing to escalate after the surprise and deadly attacks by Hamas terrorists. Israeli officials say at least 900 people were killed, including several Americans. Another 2,500 or so injured in all those attacks. Now, in Gaza, authorities say that more than 500 people have been killed and dozens of Israelis have been taken hostage. We have since learned that a Knoxville church group was in Tel Aviv when this fighting all broke out. A senior pastor with the First Baptist Church of Knoxville tells us the group of 12 is okay and has since moved to Jerusalem.
Saturday around 7:30, we heard a siren go off, and then we heard a very loud explosion. It was a missile that had hit just a few miles from our hotel. And then, like the rest of the world, we began to learn about the attack that had happened from Hamas on Israel in several parts of the country. From there, we decided to go ahead and make our way to Jerusalem.
As of a couple of hours ago, it has been confirmed that 11 Americans have been killed in the attacks by Hamas. McDougal says the group will continue to monitor the situation, but wants to reiterate that the group is currently safe. Also, a group of state lawmakers calling on the Biden administration to send any and all arms necessary for Israel to protect and defend itself against terrorists. Senators Marsha Blackburn, Bill Hagerty, as well as Representative Diane Harshberger are among 9 people who signed that request. Blackburn also took to her Twitter to share important information for Tennesseans needing immediate assistance in Israel, saying that her office is standing by to help in any way that it can. Our next big 7 story, a homicide investigation in East Knoxville after a woman was shot and killed there. Knoxville police are asking for your help in the investigation of that shooting that happened at the corner of Ben-Hur and Martin Luther King Avenue. Now, we are told officers were flagged down and informed that a woman had been shot about 10:45 this morning. The victim was transported to UT Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead. One witness saying an unknown person shot the victim, jumped in a car, and took off from the scene. Anyone with information is urged to contact the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. You can see the number there at the bottom of the screen. 865-215-7165. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you any updates. Hopefully tonight at 11 we'll have some for you. Our next big story, a nationally recognized holiday representing our country's history. Today is a day to celebrate history and culture. It is Indigenous People Day, national observance to celebrate America's first inhabitants and the hundreds of tribal nations that are still here. State Representative Gloria Johnson releasing a statement saying, in part, even after so many broken promises, so many treaties ignored, and so much prejudice, Native communities continue to thrive, but it doesn't make up for it. Native Americans in every state, including here in Tennessee, she goes on to say, deserve to have recognition, rights, and representation. One way you can commemorate the observance is heading to UT's McClung Museum. A new exhibit opened this summer showcasing Native American representation through photography in our region. Navajo photographer Will Wilson's exhibition features 17 portraits from his critical Indigenous photographic exchange project. Now, that is a collection dedicated to capturing a contemporary perspective of Native Americans. It's been 2 years now since President Biden was the first president to officially commemorate Indigenous Peoples Day, but it is also Columbus Day. Many still celebrate the explorer and his Italian heritage and the part that he played in what would become America. Well, that includes Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally, who shared a post this morning on social media saying, Happy Columbus Day, Tennessee. Our next big story at 7, a local oncologist speaking on the health of one of country music's biggest stars. This week, Grammy-winning artist Toby Keith gave an update on his battle with stomach cancer. The 62-year-old star said at the People's Choice Country Awards that it's a little bit of a roller coaster. You're up and down, up and down. It's always 0 to 60 and 60 to 0, but I feel good today. Keith was diagnosed with stomach cancer back in 2021. The cancer, not as common as others, say, like breast cancer, and especially for people over the age of 55.
Roughly 26,000 Americans suffer from this diagnosis. So it's not the most common cancer. And that's why it's important for the primary care physicians as well as GI doctors to take that in consideration for those who are presenting with profound weight loss or persistence in their abdominal pain.
Now, Dr. Chisholm goes on saying experiencing stomach pain, weight loss, two of the most common symptoms, but nausea can also change and your stools can also have a different look. It can be a symptom of this. He also says it's important to know the overall trend of cancer incidence are decreasing while the benefit of therapy is used to treat cancer increasing. Our next big story, more ramifications from August's destructive tornado in West Knox County. Now, an elderly Knoxville widow pleading for someone to actually help her fix her damaged home in the Lonsdale community. A tree fell on her home the same day as a tornado swept through a neighborhood in West Knoxville. Now, the owner was not home when that bad weather hit, fortunately. The storm was so bad that it blew down a big tree next to Rosa Paschal's home in Lonsdale. She's lived there for 20 years. The tree fell on her home, basically splitting it in half. A blue tarp now covers a huge hole where the roof caved in and shattered beams, shattered insulation. Her kitchen cabinets were pulled away from the wall. Before the storm, her and her husband, who died back in 2014, had everything paid off on the house. Her daughter is now in tears when she saw the extensive amount of damage.
Well, I'm glad she wasn't in the house because the tree, everything would have fell on top of her if she was in the house. And I'm like, what is she gonna do? This is where she lived, this is all she have. And right now she's like basically homeless.
Now, she's been staying with friends and family since the August 7th incident. I mean, she's not living in that home. Major disaster declaration approval for Knox County and 9 other counties makes federal funding available to local governments and to certain private nonprofit organizations for emergency work and repairs. However, no relief money goes to individuals. That's what we're being told anyway. Our last Big 7 story, a new proclamation from the Office of the Governor. Now, Governor Lee announcing this week as Fire Prevention Week. As you know, this time of year, we start to see more brush fires in our area. But why is that? Well, it can be due to a lack of rain, dry conditions, high winds, not taking the proper fire precautions when you have a fire in your backyard or when you're camping. Tennessee state law requires you, by the way, to have a burn permit between October 15th to May 15th, where local restrictions do not supersede. Now, within Knoxville city limits, you don't have to have a burn permit. However, there are specific guidelines that you have to follow to have an outdoor fire.
They can be no more than 24 inches high and 36 inches wide. As long as they're greater than 25 feet away from a structure, you have a fire extinguisher and you have to stay by it the whole time.
All right. Now, in order to do your part in preventing fires, make sure any dried leaves or brush are picked up near that area where the fire is. You must also have a fire extinguisher, as you heard, or a water hose nearby just in case you need it.